Hi, we're Martha.
Steven.
And Mark.
And this is Nice Plays, where the Nice Games Club game devs play nice games. In this episode, Steven will be playing my save in the first-person sandbox game Slime Rancher to discuss character design. And so, before he lets all my slimes out...
Let's start.
I won't let the slime go. Probably.
Look how cute they are.
So we actually had recorded Slime Rancher before as our 0th episode.
Yeah, when we were doing tests for this format, we loaded this up, and we had a really good time with it, even though we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
And now that we know what we're doing, I said, we're going to give it a go for real.
Yeah.
And talk about the character design in this thing, which is a topic we'll be talking about in a roundtable coming up pretty soon.
Yes. As you can see, we got the pink slimes. The pink slimes don't do a lot.
They're like the beginner slimes.
Yeah, and then we got the rock slimes. And they spin around in the ball and hit you sometimes. Frequently if you're me. But you can combine slimes together so you get a pink one and okay. A pink one, and so like I think this was combined from a pink and a rock slime. I don't know
Yes.
what the rock slimes are. Where are all the rock slimes?
Looks like they've all been combined.
Ah, well, okay.
So yeah, that's the premise of this game is a sort of like genetics kind of simulator, right? Where you have these different types of slimes that combine and their traits.
Nice try.
Yeah, so each slime has its own like element basically, and each of those elements has a personality or behavior associated with it, and then when you combine them, they get both of those characteristics and a combination of.
Man, the music changed.
So how many like base types of slime are there?
Well, I haven't found all of them yet,
Uh-huh.
so not sure.
Slimes! Eat slimes! Ow!
These are feral slimes that there we go. Now if you feed them, there we go.
Oh,
They'll become happy.
Okay.
And then they crap out these little diamond things.
Yes.
And those are what you're selling. So
Yeah.
basically you capture these slimes, put them on your ranch, and then you can sell the diamonds that they poop out, basically.
Yes. I'm gonna take this slow.
And that's like the principal loop of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This became a horror game real fast.
So where is
Okay.
Steven now?
Now he's is about to go into the cave area.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe over here?
He's worried.
I don't want to get hit by slime.
Uh-huh.
There are some dangerous slimes, but I think it'll be okay.
Okay. Good.
So I got to see the developers talk about this game at one of the GDCs, and it's so cool because the way they coded the slimes, like each one just has like 3 or 4 behaviors that it has coded into it, and then they didn't code any interactions between them. They just set them loose in the world and saw how their basic behaviors interacted.
Yeah.
So, for example, when you're on the ranch, you have these, we'll show it later, but there's these cages, and one of the behaviors that slimes do is they stack on top of each other. And so, just naturally, they stacked on top of each other and then get out of the cages. And so then the player attributes, like, motivation to get out of the cage, but that's not actually coded into the slime. Only the stacking behavior is. So
Yeah, and when we talk about character design, we're really talking a lot about sort of how they look and how they express these things, but actually designing those behaviors and then sort of letting them combine in the system that they're building, that is as much character design as coming up with their, adorable, huggable faces.
Oh, the blue ones are rock slime. Okay.
yes,
Let's see. So yeah, and then there's the explosive lava-y looking ones. Boom lago. Boom slime. Boom lago slime. Ow! Dang! Slimes are ruthless, y'all. No, they cute. They cute.
Remember, there's no intention. They just have behaviors. Right?
Well, thank goodness I have intentions. Okay. Hen. Oh, I'm gonna want one too. Okay.
So what's this weapon you have?
Yes. What is this thing? It's like a.
It's a vacuum.
It's basically, it's like, what do they call it in Luigi's Mansion?
The poltergust.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Basically. Yeah, so you can pull things in and throw things out of it.
And this is how you eventually capture the slimes to bring back to your ranch, right?
Yes, and you can only pick up ones that have a single element. So if the slimes eat a plort, they're called the diamond things. If they eat one from another element, they get a combination of the elements and behaviors, but if they eat a third different kind, then they become these tars, which try to eat other slimes.
And I was hitting them with water before, and that clears them out.
Yeah. So,
I prefer to avoid slimes whenever possible. We got stony hens. They're meat, I guess.
But I mean, and it's all done in the design here by the size of them. So the ones that look, the size of cantaloupes, those you can pick up. And those are also the single trait ones. But the larger ones, that's what you're saying, Martha, that once they get that size, you can't suck them up anymore?
yeah, so if you go to, Stephen, if you want to go to one of the big ones
Yeah.
and try picking them up.
That big one there.
Sure, although you might try it.
Careful.
Oh no. Let it go.
Now,
I don't know how to let it go.
let it, by just firing.
Oh, okay. I'm glad it didn't explode on me. Yeah, you can't pick those big ones up. Oh, they hop on top of one another.
Boom, boom, down,
But that
down,
element that
down.
you can't get the big ones, but the little ones, and then they're all the same size, and like the hens are the same size, and even some of the fruits and vegetables are roughly that same scale. That gives that's part of the design, the aesthetic design, but it also explains the mechanic to you.
Yes.
Like if you see something new, you know enough about the world to know what you can do with it,
Right.
Based on those sort of those aesthetic cues.
Yeah.
I think that's really clever.
So evidently in this world, all water are just slimes. Just a bunch of slimes put together. It's kind of
Or at least the ocean is.
the ocean. Yeah, the ocean is a bunch of slimes.
Which is so that you don't feel bad when slimes fall off in there.
Yes.
Because I did feel bad for a moment when well, I gotta go over there. Hold on. Okay, we got pink largos and a green. What is that?
It's like a floating.
It's a rad slime. Oh, it's radioactive.
That's a good name.
Oh, now we got pink rad slimes. Whoa, cool. So I'm gonna take one of these.
And then you can breed them, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Sorta.
yeah.
Sort of? Okay.
They eat veggies. Ow! Dang it!
Well, they only have so much time to improve Martha's ranch before the time is up. So we have 17 minutes, and then what happens?
The egg timer goes off.
That's right. So see how much damage you can do in that time, Stephen.
Wow, damage. Okay.
Do you want to go back to the ranch?
Oh yeah, we probably should do that. I think I fed all the rad slimes, so now they're just big pink ones.
Yeah, there's like managed chaos in this game. It seems like at a certain point, like the field of extra large ones are not really you can't really manage them anymore. You have to kind of there's some strategy to actually getting what you need.
Yes.
Even though it just seems like kind of randomness and fun.
All right.
So if you go back up into the cave where you came from, there's a like teleportation gate, so you don't have to walk all the way back.
Okay. Okay, right this way.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta fight some slimes first. No, it was safe at that point. I remember.
I'm getting a kick out of how careful you're treading, Steven.
Yeah, I
this
don't
game
wanna-
is so cute, but you're like afraid of everything.
I don't want to get hit by any slimes.
You can't die in this game, can you?
You can, but you just wake up. You lose some time.
Ah, okay.
This is it. Okay, so I have a rad slime now. Just one. Can I like put it somewhere?
Yeah, so if you go out that other cave right there, I have a hutch full of them.
Oh. Ooh, yep, there they go.
And so, like these cages, do you have to build them on your ranch, or how does this work?
Yeah, so if you go over to the left, you can see one over more.
Over here?
Yeah, over there. Nope.
This way.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is the base. It starts like that, and you can make it into anything. You can make it, if you go into the that green button, you can see all the different things that you can make with it. So you can make a corral, a garden, a coop, a silo that's just stores everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would want an incinerator because,
Don't need it.
or a pond.
What are you gonna do with this?
Nice.
Oh, I probably should.
And the
make
corral, you can put any slime in any corral. It's just behooves you to put the same types.
Right,
Right.
because you don't want tar happening in your.
Yeah.
Well, if you put two of the same kind, that won't cause tar, right? If you put three in there, it'll cause a problem.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Can I like take some of these slimes and then make a corral and then make like a
Yeah,
new
go
one?
for it.
Okay, I'm doing it. Let's see. How much money do I? Oh, I got so much. So why are they radioactive? Do they hurt you if you stand next to them?
Try it.
Don't wanna. Oh yeah. Okay.
There's your rat count.
It's suddenly Fallout 4, Slime Rancher.
Okay. Cool, it goes down after a while. Alright. Put a couple of rad slimes in here. And I'm gonna get some rock slimes. Let's see.
And so then
Oh.
the ultimate goal is that as you breed them or collect them, you just collect their plorts and sell them for cold hard cash.
Correct.
And then what do you buy with that cash?
You buy more ranching stuff. You can also, later on in the game, there's like lots of scientific equipment stuff that you can build. So, and more adventuring gear. Like, for example, you can see in the bottom left corner, there's health and energy, and those, that's for your jetpack, and those originally start very low. And so,
Oh, so as Stephen was going across that bridge earlier in the game, you wouldn't have enough energy to get across.
right, yep.
Perhaps. Okay, so that's
Oh,
really cool.
Yeah.
And he went through a doorway, and that originally had a locked key, so you had to go find and unlock the keys
Yeah.
to unlock the door. So
But yeah, now you can see like we had a rad slime, we had the crystal slimes over here. You combine them, they become rad crystal slimes. They're real. Oh, largos. They're called largos, not slime.
So designing these, like, certainly there's probably, it's hard to tell if it's procedurally combined or if it's each combination, because it's not like there are an infinite number of combinations. So you probably could manually design all these different combinations, but I'd be curious to know more about how that worked, because they all seem to have their component parts, combining. Like as they combine, they look like you think they should look.
Yeah.
Oh, one got out.
Whoa! How do we put it back in?
you have to grab it,
Yeah. Okay.
and then
Ow! 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 No! They're too big.
so if you go into the menu, you can make the walls higher.
Okay, no more of that, slimes.
See, they're so unruly.
They are.
But yeah, to your point, Mark, that's one of the motivations to find new slimes for me is like, oh man, what will they look like when I combine them with, the cat slime, or I combine them with the rad slime?
Yeah, I was super interested in that.
Yeah, like the pure gameplay motivation is, to get the plorts, to get the money, to get whatever else, and just that loop of a farming game. But those aesthetics is as much of a motivation to see all that stuff. It's pretty cool, and to tie those two things together is really a neat idea.
Gonna get
Music box. So that they become less unruly, perhaps.
Oh, yes.
It does.
Okay. Get one of those. One of these. Sorry for spending all your money up, Mark.
It's fine.
She's just gonna revert the save anyway.
Are you your veggies? Heartbeats. I like it.
All the titles for things are pretty good.
Yeah, I love how all the design ties together. Like the character design of the slimes is tied in with all of the fruit design. Like everything looks like it's from the same world.
Yeah. And it has like all the technological stuff has kind of it's like cute serious. You know, it's like it's a little bubbly, but also you can see that it has a lot of detail, and it's not meant to be funny. It's just cute.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good aesthetic.
Look at this little guy.
Hello. You can also customize the character that you're actually playing. So if you go over to the house, Steven,
Yes.
that button that you kept wanting to click.
Do I get to click it?
Yep.
Woo!
So you can pick different colors for all your stuff.
Okay.
And that's other stuff you can unlock with money and leveling up
Yeah,
and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. And you can customize your character too?
Not your character, but like the VAC button is what will change their clothes and.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, you got to press that button
I
anyway.
did get to press the button. I'm satisfied about that.
Yeah. No, this is good. It does. It has a bunch of rules, and that gives the design like a credibility. I think that is really cool.
Yeah, everything tracks and makes sense in a way that is intuitive.
You
And
know.
can't.
Also cute.
Thanks for watching. Nice Plays is just one part of our game dev program, Nice Games Club, which, if you're nice, you can subscribe to on YouTube as well as wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and all the other things at Nice Games Club. And if you want to know more about the show, Your Nice Hosts, you can do that at nicegames.club.
So until we start again, remember to
Play nice.
And make nice.